Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time to my channel, hi, my name is Sarah. I make special effects tutorials mostly around Halloween time, some beauty tutorials, and a little bit of DIY in between. Today's video is actually technically my first video of 2019. I know I already posted a video of 2019, but that was pre-filmed and I've been kind of working around. As you can tell, my background is completely different. It's a work in progress. I have moved my location completely of my living headquarters, essentially, and everything behind the camera is a complete mess, so that's why we're focusing just on here today. But with all that being said, this is my setup for right now. I'm actually in a very compact little corner, and let's get started with the actual video. For my 2019, I wanted to finally get to work on the Through My Eyes palette and the collection from ILUVSARAHii, aka Karen, and Colourpop's collection. Funny little story about these collections is the first one that she ever did with Colourpop I bought, and back then I didn't know that she was called ILUVSARAHii. I thought because it had my name in it, I thought that it was ILUVSarahii. So getting that out into the open, it is ILUVSARAHii, and let's get started. So as always for these little videos of mine, I'm going to be going into the entire collection, have that be prices, comparisons, swatches, this entire makeup tutorial that I did, etc. So if you want to know how I did this, plus just know everything about this collection, then just keep watching. I don't know what that was, but keep watching. Something keeps falling around me and I have no idea what it is. This is my life. You gotta make it work. Okay, as I am on the Colourpop website, there is quite a bit to this collection. Actually, no, there's like bundle deals and stuff like that you can get. Cancel that. Every single time Colourpop comes out with another collection from certain people in collaboration, they also tend to put in all of their products. So this particular collection includes the Through My Eyes palette, which is retailing for $23. 3 different lipsticks. One is going to be an ultra glossy lip called Glass Lip. That is what I have on right now over top of another one from this collection. There's Sueno de Coco, and I hope I'm not butchering that too badly, and that is going to be an ultra matte lip. And then Dolce, or Dulce, again, hopefully I'm not butchering that completely, but it is another ultra matte lip, which is actually what I have on underneath this one right now. The ultra glossy lip, which is called Glass Lip, retails for $6, and then the 2 ultra matte lips retail for $6.50 each. However, if you do want to get that into a bundle, you can. That has all 3 of them for $16, which saves you $2.50, which honestly isn't much of a savings, but considering if you want to get all 3, then you got it. You are saving something. The ultra glossy lips are a high shine formula that creates a glass-like finish with dynamic floating multi-dimensional pearl enriched with jojoba oil to moisturize, nourish, and provide a cushiony feel for juicy, fuller looking lips. Glass Lips specifically is a soft golden orange with gold, silver, and hot pink glitter. The ultra matte lips are the boldest formula of their liquid lipsticks. In one smooth swipe, you'll get an intense color payoff that dries down to a super matte, transfer-proof finish. Sueno de Coco, again, hopefully not butchering that, is a light warm nude. And Dolce is a rosy brick. You also have the option of getting all of these in a bundle pack. All of these are still available to order as I'm making this video, and that's going to be at $39. You got the 3 lipsticks, you have the palette, or, which makes me absolutely crazy because I did try to purchase this, you have the entire PR package, which comes, again, the palette, 3 lipsticks, and the actual like PR box itself, as well as a kaleidoscope, which I was so super into. I would have loved to show you guys that, but alas, because the package, the PR package itself was too big to send, they didn't allow it to be sent outside of the US, which really sucks, and I kind of a little bit bothered that they didn't really like state that in any of their like website or the video they actually made, either with Karen or, you know, just on their YouTube video, that they didn't specify that at all. So that was really unfortunate, but that does retail for $50. And that is the collection. It is quite a bit of a smaller collection from what Colourpop usually dishes out. However, with that being said, I was kind of happy it was a smaller collection because I was able to get the entire collection. How many times can I say that word? But unfortunately, I was unable to get that as I do live in Canada, and border rules, I guess. I don't really know, but so now that we've got done with prices, I did want to go into the actual packaging itself. So the palette does come in this guy right here, which is completely actually amazing in my opinion because it is a pressed powder palette. It actually has her eyes all over it, which is super cool because it is called the Through My Eyes collection. And on the back, it continues to just have her eyes on it along with the shade names. But obviously, like, her eyes are through a kaleidoscope, so it's really cool. There's a doorknob there, and I didn't know there was a doorknob there. There we go. I mean, I knew there was a doorknob there, I just didn't know it was being shown. So going into the lip bundle, this is the 3rd time she's actually collaborated with Colourpop, so it is the 3rd lip bundle. Just like the eyeshadow palette has the eyes, the lip bundle has her lips on it. And then on the back, it just continues on with her lips and the shade names. Then going into the packaging of the actual palette, the component itself, this guy right here, which again has a kaleidoscope feel to it, as well as it just says through my eyes, and then it has kind of like the kaleidoscope outline, I would say. Then just says I love Sarahii, II, X Colourpop, because it's their collaboration, obviously. And on the back just says each of the shadow names, which also says on the inside, which is actually usual for Colourpop shadows, but not a lot of companies do that anymore. Not gonna lie, it kind of sucks. Morphe, calling you out. But this palette does also include a mirror, which is why it's slightly more expensive than their usual palettes, because any palette that does come with a mirror is obviously going to take a little bit more to produce. And then we got the lipsticks, which are going to be, like I said, a glossy lip and then 2 ultra mattes. These guys are in just a very cool like golden component that are actually really, really simple. They don't have too much of a design to them. They literally dolce. Topped with glass lip. Signo de Coco. Topped with glass lip. Honestly, not too much to say about those, but as for my thoughts and opinions about this collection, I thought it was a very well put together collection. Each of these swatches has been done first with a finger and then with a brush. Lucido, a metallic light gold. Wild Soul, a matte dusty mustard yellow. Mesmer Eyes, a metallic orange gold. Sandalwood, a matte soft light beige. In a Wink, a matte soft pastel peach. Euphoric, a matte bright true orange. Canela, a matte soft terracotta sprinkled with gold glitter. Lomo, a metallic bright coral red. Emerald Dream, metallic vivid emerald green. Muse, a metallic bright warm gold sprinkled with silver glitter. Divina, a matte deep blackberry. Flex, a metallic icy taupe packed with silver glitter. Nostalgia, a matte mid-tone warm rose. Moody, a matte rich forest green. Nocturne, a metallic rosy red. And Misbehave, matte rich wine red. As you are looking through the palette, I do find that it is a very nice color story. You do have 8 matte shades in here, which is going to be Wild Soul, Sandalwood, In a Wink, Euphoric, Divina, Nostalgia, Moody, and Misbehave. But like, spelled like misbehave, like it's a woman whose last name is Behave. In my opinion, you do get 5 shades that are going to be more on the glittery side of life, and that is going to be Lucido, Mesmer Eyes, again, like eyes like Emerald Dream, which is honestly probably one of the coolest in the palette. I'm just looking at myself in the mirror right now and I'm like, you have Muse, Flex, which again I just talked about, and Nocturne, which is what I have on my corner right here. And then you have the satin shades, which honestly I consider Lomo to be a satin shade, and Canela is kind of not really a satin shade, but it's a matte with glitters in it, which is its own ballpark in itself. I absolutely love that kind of thing because you can totally use it in the crease if you want to, but you can also use it all over the lid because it has those flecks in it. You have some that can work as transition shades, and then you have a satin, which is a absolutely beautiful color, as well as it being a satin formula. You do get the blendability of a matte, but a slight shimmer to it, so it looks really cool. I do wish I could have utilized flex in this collection because it's a phenomenal color, and you guys will have seen by my swatches. It has the brown base, but then a crap ton of like silvery and slightly gold toned flecks of glitter in it. Then you have Canela, where you do get the matte base to it, so it's going to be able to be used almost as like a crease or like a matte shade. And then you have slight glitter over top, so you can also use it on top of anything to have that glitter effect, but I'm pretty sure you can just rub out the glitter if you don't prefer it. Getting into the actual formulas though, they are different formulas of course, but I did find Divina and Nostalgia had some kickback to it, and kickback, if you guys don't know, is when you dip your brush into it and some of the product kicks back you, so basically it's a little bit more of a powdery shadow. But I also found that Moody has like an intense amount. Like, it is a really intense color, but it does have quite a bit of kickback. I think that had the most, and as you will see in the tutorial for this, It does have a lot of fallout as well, which is kind of a downside because it is such a deep color that it's hard to get the fallout completely all gone unless you use a makeup wipe, so do keep that in mind that you may want to keep a makeup wipe handy. If I had to pick 4 shades from this palette that I absolutely adore, I would probably say it to be Wild Soul, Lomo, Emerald Dream, and Flex. Nocturne is a close 5th, but those 4 are like my top 4. And then continuing on with the lips. I do absolutely love these lip colors. I probably could have gone without the gloss because honestly glosses are not my favorite. However, these two are absolutely beautiful. I think my favorite between these two is going to be the Soena de Coco. So sorry, I'm butchering this so badly, but that's probably going to be my favorite. This is I would say a very cool chocolate brown. And then Dolce, or Dulce. This is a very beautiful color, but I gotta say my favorite. Hence why I'm wearing it on my lips right now. Although, as I said, if it was up to me completely and I didn't want to showcase everything, I would probably not wear the gloss over top of what I have right now. Now let's get into comparisons. I didn't find a lot of comparisons, but I found a few. I didn't find a lot of comparisons, but I did find a few that I wanted to mention. Now you definitely could go out and beyond on a different brand. Probably a lot of brands out there have something similar or not completely similar to each of these colors, although not a lot of brands that I know of. So I almost did want to keep within Colourpop just because this is a Colourpop video, so I'm just going to state the comparative swatches of Colourpop compared to Colourpop. Colourpop versus Colourpop. What a showdown. So the first ones that I found similar were Lomo and Baby Talk, which is a Super Shock pressed pigment. Another one that I found to be kind of similar to each other is Misbehave and Hottie Toddy, a Super Shock shadow that actually states on it that it's not for the eye area, probably because it is a pressed pigment, and pigments do tend to stain the eyes. I found Nocturne to be very closely in resemblance to Fooling Around, a Super Shock shadow. And lastly, I found Lucido to be fairly close to Birthday Wish, which is yet another Super Shock shadow, which is an Ultra Glitter Super Shock shadow. I always have the hardest time saying Super Shock shadow. Like, try saying that 10 times fast. Good luck. And if you can, then you are probably not a human. First I'm going in with Sandalwood, and I'm just going to use it as my transition color. Then purely on this side, I'm going to be coming in with Euphoric, just in the crease. I'm also dragging it slightly out into the outer V of my eye. Then coming back in with Sandalwood to help, again, blend everything better. Then with a smaller fluffy brush, I'm coming in with Lomo and really deepening up even more of the crease. We really want to fade during this and basically just use more colors. And then lastly, with a fluffy packing brush, I'm coming in with Divina and putting that all over the lid. You can definitely be messy with this as this is going to be a cut crease, so it doesn't really matter. I am putting Moody on my inner portion of my eye and then Emerald Dream on the inner corner. Again, I am coming in with Sandalwood and putting that as my transition color. Going in with a mix of Sandalwood and a little bit of Moody for my crease. I'm doing it like this by mixing 2 colors because there's really only 2 different green tones in here, and I want to do a half and half basically that's completely opposite from each other, so you do what you have to do. I would go straight in with Moody instead of mixing it a little bit with Sandalwood. I want there to be a distinction between the Moody shade and Moody mixed with Sandalwood. Now I'm going to put Moody just plain and simply on the lid. I'm going to be using some concealer. This one is by Colourpop and it's Fair 00, just to cut my crease. I'm then just putting Misbehave on the center, or basically just the end of the cut crease that we just put down, to help better blend it. If you could say that about contrasting colors. Now, along with contrasting colors, you're going to find that these are going to get a little bit muddy. It's just something you deal with when you deal with contrasting colors. And then lastly, for the inner portion of the cut crease, I'm going in with Nocturne. I'm coming in with Gypsy Blue and putting that in my waterline and a little bit below to act as a base for the next portion. But that is it for today's video. I know it was a decently long one, but I figured let's just give you guys a lot more content given that it is the new year, and this is technically my first video of the new year, even though it's not technically my first video of the new year. But that is it again for today's video, and I do hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope this kind of let you know if you're going to buy the collection, because as I said, it's still all available on the site as I am making this video. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys!